City of Olivet. Welcome to the City of Olivet City Council meeting. If we could please have a roll call, please.
Mayor Clark,
Present.
Chairman Pro Tem Weil. Here. Councilmember Solomonov,
Here.
Councilmember Fashawn Hellman,
Here.
Councilmember Lewis.
Present.
Okay, are there any communications to share?
I have no written communications.
Right. We've got some swearing in to do, looks like. Do you need me to go up here to the front or? Okay. Hey. The City of Olivet Fire Department is proud to announce the promotion of Dave Ebler to the rank of captain as of April 2025. Dave has served with dedication and distinction as a lieutenant since 2010, consistently demonstrating strong leadership, professionalism, a commitment to department and community. His promotion marks not only a significant milestone to his career, but also a continuation of a proud family legacy. His father served as captain in the Olivet Fire Department as well. Dave's unwavering work ethic and passion for the job reflects the values passed down through generations, and we look forward to his continued leadership in his new role. We also want to recognize and thank Dave's family and his wife, Mary, and their daughters, Maddie and Hannah, for their incredible support throughout his career. Their love, patience, and encouragement have been a steady foundation behind Dave's success and growth in the department. The sacrifice they have made has not gone unnoticed, and we are truly grateful for the role they have played in helping Dave reach his important milestone. Dave, if you would please come up. I've seen you around here before. All right, so when I say I, you're going to repeat your name. Okay, I
David Ebler.
do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications
I solemnly swear that I do possess all the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the position of captain
for the
for the City of Olivet,
city of Olivet,
that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States
Constitution and laws of the United States
and the state of Missouri,
state of Missouri,
and the charter and ordinance of the City of Olivet,
of the city of Olivet.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of this office.
I will faithfully discharge the duties of this.
Congratulations, sir. I can get your signature. How about a picture? You guys get a picture here. Lieutenant Jacob Guthrie, could you please step forward? The City of Olivet Fire Department is excited to announce the well-deserved promotion of Jacob Guthrie to the rank of Fire Lieutenant. In just 5 years with the department, Jacob has made an outstanding impact through his dedication, drive, and natural leadership. His recent transition into the role of training officer further showcased his commitment to excellence and his passion for preparing the next generation of firefighters. Jacob brings an infectious enthusiasm and strong sense of teamwork to everything he does, and his promotion is a testament to the respect and trust he has earned from his peers and leadership alike. We are confident he will continue to lead the integrity, skill, and heart in his new chapter of his career. We would also like to extend a heartfelt thanks to Jacob's family, his wife Laura, and their children, Jameson and Jordan, for their unwavering support through his journey. The long hours, late hours, constant dedication required to this profession are made possible through the strength and encouragement of loved ones. Their continued support plays a vital role in Jacob's success, and we are grateful for the sacrifices that they have made behind the scenes. Congratulations, sir. All right. I,
Aye.
say your name,
Jacob Guthrie.
do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications prescribed by law for the position of lieutenant
I swear that I possess all the qualifications prescribed by law for the position of lieutenant.
for the city of Olivet,
City of Olivet,
and that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States
United States,
and the state of Missouri, and the charter and ordinance of the city of Olivet, that I will faithfully discharge the duties of this office.
faithfully discharge the duties of this office.
Congratulations, sir. Pictures with your supervisor? Is she here? Come on up. Okay, looking for firefighter paramedic Matthew Hayes. Matthew was born and raised in St. Louis. He lives with his mom, dad, twin brother, and younger sister in Creve Coeur, Missouri. Growing up, he played multiple sports, one being baseball for Olivet and Stacy Park. He graduated from Parkway North High School in 2021. After high school, he obtained his EMT and paramedic license at St. Louis Community College. After he graduated from the St. Louis Fire Academy, in his free time, he enjoys playing sports and spending time with his friends and his dog. He is very excited to join Olivet Fire Department as a firefighter paramedic. Welcome, sir. All right, if you raise your hand. I
Matthew Hayes,
do solemnly swear that I have possessed all the qualifications prescribed by the law for the position of firefighter paramedic
solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications prescribed by the law for the position of firefighter paramedic.
for the city of Olivet, that I support the Constitution and laws of the United States and the state of Missouri, and the charter and ordinance of the city of Olivet, and that I will faithfully discharge those duties of this office. Congratulations, sir. Okay. Firefighter paramedic Robert Wyand. Robert's path to the fire service began after college when he felt called to do more in the hands and do more hands-on impactful career in a impactful career. He obtained his EMT license and spent a few years gaining experience before advancing to paramedic school. After becoming a licensed paramedic, he completed the fire academy and is honored to join the Olivet Fire Department. Robert is deeply grateful for the unwavering support of his fiancee Morgan, his parents, Robert and Kim, his siblings, and above all, he gives thanks to God for his guidance, grace, and mercy throughout his journey. Amen. Welcome. All right, come over here so you can read this with me. Say, I do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications prescribed by law for the position of firefighter paramedic
Do solemnly swear that I possess all the qualifications prescribed by law for the position of firefighter paramedic
for the city of Olivet,
for the city of Olivet.
and that I will support the constitutions and laws of the United States
I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States
and the state of Missouri
and
and the charter and ordinance of the city of Olivet,
the city of Olivet.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of this office.
They discharge the duties.
Congratulations, sir. Supervisor to be. Okay, we're going on to item number 3, the city manager's report. Um, Madam City Manager, do you have a report? But you guys aren't staying. Disappeared like it was a fire.
That's why they're called firefighters.
Yeah.
All right, good evening, everyone. As it is the first official meeting of the month, we will start with the update for Olive Crossing. If you have driven east on Olive to 170, you have been seeing the work diligently happening on Lot 3. This is the retail building for Olive Crossing. So this month, in the month of May, they have poured the foundation, at least some of the foundation walls, if not all of them. They're doing site grading. They're working on the sanitary and the stormwater for that site. They are beginning to coordinate with the future tenants, Brass Taps and Paris Baguette, for their tenant finishes, which we expect to happen in the fall. And then structural steel is scheduled for delivery at the end of June. So they are moving ahead. Lot 5, I don't have any update for as of right now. And I don't have an update for Lot 6 either. And then, of course, lots 1 and 2, which are the Aldi, they are complete. And then Lot 4 is the Clover, which is also complete. Upcoming events, Coffee with the Mayor is tomorrow. at Five Oaks at 8:30 in the morning. We invite everybody to come. We have invited Creve Coeur's Director of Community Development, Jason Jaggi, to come and talk to us a little bit about the Olia project. That is the project that, if you are driving west on Olive, is at the former Monsanto campus. It's a multi-use project, so he'll be discussing what's going on there. You know, it's near our city. People are curious about it. So it's always nice to know what's going on in our neighboring communities. Olivet Night Out is next week, next Tuesday, June 17th. We have at least 12 subdivisions that have already signed up. So we encourage any other subdivisions that are interested, or just streets that are interested in having a little block party and getting out with their neighbors, to contact Sergeant Dane Lincoln. And then, as in years past, city staff, elected officials, public safety folks will be touring through the city and getting to as many of these neighborhood parties as we can. We still have open commission seats. Applications are being taken until June 20th. We have one opening on each of the following: Parks and Rec, Planning and Community Design, the Pension Board, Zoning Board of Adjustment, and then the Personnel Board of Appeals. So far, we've gotten 2 applicants for Planning and Community Design and 1 applicant for the Pension Board. So if you know anyone who may be interested, I would encourage them to put their application in. It's available online. It's a very simple form to fill out. And then St. Louis County is updating their comprehensive plan, just like the city did. So St. Louis County 2050, that's what they're calling it. And they are looking for public input through the month of June. So you can go online. The website is stlouiscounty2050.com to view the draft plan. And then there is an online survey. You can follow the QR code to take the survey. If you are interested, you can also attend a public hearing at the St. Louis County Council Chambers on Monday, June 16th at 7 p.m. So if you're interested in seeing what St. Louis County is envisioning for itself, then I would encourage you to look those things up and provide comments. Again, I would encourage everybody to sign up for the Olivet Weekly if you have not already. And then upcoming meetings, and I would like to note that in recognition of Juneteenth, on June 19th, the city center will be closed and Five Oaks will have limited hours. They will be open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that is my report, unless you have any questions.
Any questions from the council?
Will PCDC still be meeting?
Will
on
you
June-
turn your,
Will PCDC still be meeting on Juneteenth?
they're meeting the 26th.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I don't think the calendar's been updated. Okay. Any other questions? All right.
Thank you very much. At this time, I'll be checking with our council members, see if they have any reports. I'll start to my left. Councilmember Solomonov,
No report as of this time.
Councilmember Pishon Helmet,
Nothing to report at this time.
Councilmember Lewis,
No report at this time.
Chairman Pro Tem Weil.
I have a brief report. I did attend the Parks Commission meeting on May 21st. This is the first meeting that I've been able to report about it. We discussed the annual fee schedule, and that's being moved to the budget, which is going to be a first reading tonight. We reviewed the annual fee schedule. We looked at the work plan updates. We have 3 different groups that are working. And also what's nice about the commission is they are like they serve as ambassadors to the parks. So each month they all visit and rotate visiting different parks so that they can interface with residents and people that are visiting our parks, but also report back to the parks director and if there's any maintenance issues or trees that have fallen and things like that. We have a new commission member. That was his first meeting. The other exciting part is that we're celebrating our 60th anniversary. So there's a lot of activities around that. We are having a historical photo show. We have a Saints throwback night. It'll be earlier in the day with families and children, and in the evening it will be adults only. And we have a trivia night coming up that will be, I believe, a 70s. Oh, it's a decades theme of the 70s, the 80s, the 90s of when Saints was there. And it will be fun and exciting. The Five Oaks update, we are at 1,638 members. We had 56 new members last month. And once again, we continue with the pattern of the greatest percentage is residents, and we're at 64% residents. And then we have 13% non-residents, and 17% are the renew active. But we also have staff memberships as well as corporate memberships. And then we went from there, we went into the director did a review of a lot of these things that I shared. So are there any questions?
Any questions, anyone?
And our next meeting is coming Wednesday.
Okay, we're going to go forward. Hearing from citizens. Are there any citizens who wish to speak at this time? Okay, seeing none, we will go forward to item number 6, which is Bill 3045. I would like for someone, would they please read the title?
Yes. Bill 3045, an ordinance approving a second amendment to the second amended and restated redevelopment agreement and first supplemental indenture letter agreement in connection with the Gateway I-170 tax increment financing redevelopment plan. Second reading.
Okay, could we please have a presentation?
Sure. So this is an amendment to basically the TIF at Olive Crossing. You may remember that the council last year gave an extension to the developer for the time to reach substantial completion. And so the developer has come back and asked for an additional extension for 2 years. And the city has asked for some milestones to be placed in the agreement. And so we have come to that an agreement on what those milestones will be. And so this is the amendment for your consideration this evening.
Okay. Are there any questions from the council at this time? Okay, I would welcome a motion to approve the bill.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Bill number 3045, an ordinance approving a second amendment to the Second Amendment and restated redevelopment agreement and first supplemental indenture letter agreement in connection with the Gateway 170 tax increment financing redevelopment plan.
Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, can we please poll the council?
Councilmember Lewis,
Approve.
Councilmember Pashon Hellman,
Yes.
Councilmember Solomonov,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Weil,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes.
The motion is passed. Bill 3045 becomes ordinance 2815.
All right, we'll move on to item number 7, bill number 3046.
Bill 3046, an ordinance repealing Article 2 Fire Prevention and Protection under Chapter 205 Fire Department and amending Title 5 Building and Construction of the Olivet Municipal Code of the City of Olivet by repealing Title 5 Notes and Chapter 500 Building Regulations, adopting a new Title 5 Notes fee schedule and certain 2021 international building codes and making other changes. First reading.
Mr. Trejo, you have the floor, sir.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council. My name is Carlos Trejo. I'm the Director of Planning and Community Development, and I oversee the building division of the City of Olivet, along with my staff, Scott Wagner, who is here, who's our Senior Building Inspector. And then in conjunction, we work with the Fire Marshal, Mr. Fain, who is also here. In here. The last time we updated our building codes was back in 2016 when we adopted the 2015 International Code Council building codes. Those are universal codes that have been prepared by various professionals and are adopted or viewed as the key code for construction of buildings and structures in that. In St. Louis, they are the primary codes used by a majority of the municipalities. And they're insurance companies also oversee the type of codes that the communities enforce in there, and they typically want to see the community within a 5-year range of the latest published code. These codes are published every 3 years. The current set coming out is 2024, which just started this January. We are seeking to update our codes to the 2021 codes. These codes are this version of codes are those that have been adopted by various neighbors, including Clayton, Frontenac, Ferguson, Creve Coeur, and we are seeking to go into the 2021 codes in addition or joining that group of things. I will note that we contract with St. Louis County for mechanical, electrical, and plumbing inspections and jurisdiction. They are under the 2015 codes in there, and that's okay as long as the things are inspected and conducted in compliance with those codes in there. The latest version of the codes does not have really significant changes. There are some things regarding firewalls, the installation standards, and such. But the biggest changes, especially as it relates to energy efficiency, were back in 2009. At that point, the codes increased the energy efficiency of a building roughly about 40%. Their goal since then, since the publication of the 2009 codes, has been to incrementally try to get to 50%. So every 3 years, they're able to tweak at least another 2% or so in there. So the changes are not as significant in terms of what we've seen and such. Be glad to answer any specific questions. This is the first reading, and we will be back to the commission at the meeting on June 27th. If there are any specific questions or things you'd like us to take a look into, we'd be glad to do so. This is part of our building code or our Title V building and construction. It's not a land use code, so therefore it does not go through a public hearing process like you traditionally see me for zoning related or land use type of matters. In addition to that, we do go through a process required by state statute to post an advance notice that we are considering the adoption of those codes, and we did so back in March. That has been in the staff summary reports to the council, and then at every commission meeting, we have announced the adoption, the coming adoption of these codes, along with the revising our fee schedule. That is also posted in our lobby here. Outside of that, I'd be glad to answer any specific questions on this, Mayor. And again, I do have some assistance here with the fire marshal and the senior building inspector.
Do we have any questions from the council?
I don't have a question, unless the council has a question. I would like to bring to the council's attention one change under the fire department code that we are adopting, which is a reimbursement, authorization to reimburse for EV blankets. So there is language in here,
I think it's in page 24.
page 24.
I believe so.
There we go. So if an electric vehicle, if their battery catches on fire, traditional fire suppression methods of water and foam are not effective. And what needs to happen is that the battery needs to be essentially smothered. And so we need blankets, fire blankets to do that. We have purchased 2 blankets so that we are ready should a battery catch fire. However, you can only use that blanket one time. And so these blankets are expensive. And so we are putting language in this to ask for reimbursement. Should we need to use it to suppress a fire, we can seek reimbursement through the responsible parties, either the responsible party themselves or their insurance company or whoever happens to control the electric vehicle, if somebody else was driving it, or if unmanned taxis happen to, come into use in the near future. So this is language that we have put in there that is new to the city of Olivet, but that's why we're putting it in there.
I'm just curious, is this something that is kind of being adopted by other cities? Have you noticed it? Or is it something even the insurance industry is caught up to? And also what the cost is? I'm just generally curious too.
Sure, the large blanket is about $2,000, $2,200. The smaller blanket is about 1,100. Plus there will be disposal fees because the used blanket would be hazardous material. So we're requesting a reimbursement for hazard, the fees and then the blanket itself. Other cities that you know of who've put this in there? Yeah, there's probably a handful. I think we will, as building codes get updated, I think we will see more and more put this type of reimbursement into their fire code.
So as an EV owner, now you got my attention on this. So that means that if that happened to someone with an EV, they'll be liable for the $2,000 unless they can submit it through insurance.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
The insurance would pay that fee.
So the best advice for homeowners would be to contact their insurance agency, I'm assuming, to see what the rules are, right? What the coverage includes.
Yes, and the language is written that the fire chief may seek reimbursement. It is not the fire chief shall seek reimbursement. So there is some discretion on the fire chief's part if you can't cover every single situation, but sometimes it's good to allow them some discretion depending on circumstances.
And have we had any fires like this in Olivet yet? No. Okay.
So Mr. Trejo, you said that the St. Louis County for the parts that we not necessarily contract out, but what we use St. Louis County for portions of our inspections still uses the 2015 codes. Do you know if the county has any interest or momentum towards updating their codes, or does that seem like it'll stay at the 2015 codes for a while?
I anticipate that it will change. It's been slow in coming in there. There's a movie called The Money Pit, and they keep telling you another 2 weeks, another 2 weeks. And unfortunately, that has been the process. They do have an active committee, but that process, not to put it in a bad perspective, but is a little bit more political in there with various groups, especially on the building and construction side, concerned about the changes and costs. So it has taken a little longer in there, but I think we're not the only community that has adopted 2021 codes, waiting on the county to make its necessary changes in there. So I hope within a year. One of the reasons we do this is because we do go through an analysis through a group called the ISO. I think it's the International Standard Organization or so, where they provide information to insurance companies and it affects rates. And the fire department had theirs this year in there, and I believe they got a 1, 2. And they're building wise, we have a 3, and we anticipate we're going to be reviewed next year. And that's why we're going part of the process. County will be going through the same thing. I think theirs will be coming up within a year or 2, and I think it will have an impact on the overall ratings. So we hope that they will be making the changes.
So I have a follow-up question to Councilmember Bashan Hellman's question. With the county doing their surveys and everything for their strategic plan, is this something where we could give feedback about that or make comments?
Yes, and we have, and part of those goals, Olivet has been fortunate to participate in their comprehensive planning process. And we've also attended several of the meetings, but that has been made known to them, and they have a section regarding sustainability, especially on infrastructure and construction.
Because earlier tonight, when the Olivet city manager gave us her report, she had put down the website to go to fill out that survey, so that would be helpful.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Does anyone else have a question or comment? Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Second reading will be June 24th. We're going to go to item number 8, Bill 3047.
Bill 3047, an ordinance making appropriations for current expenses of the city government of the city of Olivet, Missouri for the fiscal year July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026, adopting a certain budget, adopting certain salary schedule, first reading.
Mr. Mann, you have the floor, sir.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I didn't bring any friends today, so I hope I can go by myself. But we have in front of us the first reading for a formal document for our budget, and you'll notice that it looks different than what we've talked about over the last several meetings, and that is because this is the actual ordinance piece, and it converts into something we don't usually use that much just for this purpose. However, if we were to go online to the Finance Department website, which is olivetmo.com/151, you would find the formal, or I guess not, what we would call more the document we're used to looking at, which is the budget book. And in there you would find something that looks the same as what we've seen over the last 5, 6, 7, or 8 years. In there, more detailed, you'll find a deficit again this year, and then you would find also a violation of the long-term portion of our reserve policy, and that's something we'll talk about in a couple weeks. And I guess Carlos are you having another meeting on the 27th? You guys better mark your calendars. He said the 27th, which is a Friday, so the 24th is what I'm gonna do, my public hearing. Oh, he did, okay. So we're gonna, the public hearing is noticed in the county and for the 24th. And we have a much bigger presentation like we usually have for our budget with some charts, and we'll talk about the plan for the deficit and that long-term policy violation. Yep, that's all I have tonight.
Anyone on the council have any questions? Thank you very much, Mr. Mann. All right, we're going on to item number 9, Resolution 2025-259.
Resolution 2025-259, a resolution of the city of Olivet adopting the 2025 to 2030 St. Louis Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Okay, Mr. Trejo, you have the floor, sir.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. Again, my name is Carlos Trejo. I'm the Director of Planning and Community Development for the City of Olivet. I was fortunate to represent staff as the liaison to the update to the St. Louis Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan. The St. Louis Hazard Mitigation Plan is put together by primarily through the federal government and establishes a criteria and a ways and a means to prepare plans for hazard mitigation that are uniform, and there gets the cities to think about the impacts of different types of hazards such as tornadoes, winter storms, extreme heat, severe thunderstorms, floods, earthquakes, sinkholes, dams, and levees, and then gets the region as a whole to have a discussion on those and establish priorities and systems. You have a short summary regarding that. The current plan, I think this is the 4th 5-year plan that has been put together for participating communities. It makes, while there is no grant funds available, but it does make you eligible to apply for future grant funding in support of these measures or in response to a mitigation after a hazard. So this is a resolution. It comes before the council for one reading in there, and it just ensures that all of it is a participant as part of the regional hazard mitigation plan. Be glad to answer any specific questions. And there it is, a pretty lengthy document. But again, this is I believe the 4th year of this 5-year document that's been adopted.
Are there any questions from the council?
Is there any impact to our resources at all by adopting this? Is there any?
No, it takes consideration to what our budget priorities are and how especially through the capital plan, and that's how we take a look at what are we funding and making sure that what we have in place is in line with any strategies that are recommended in that plan. So
Okay, thank you.
Looking at the executive summary, I noticed that Olivet is listed as having 6 hazards and 7 actions. I have not gone through all 200+ pages to find out what those hazards and actions are. Were those provided to you directly?
yes, and we can put those in together. They have them in a spreadsheet format, and I thought it was part of that package.
Okay.
So I'll
And
make
it
sure
it
that.
very well may be, it's,
Yeah, and I know I gave the link in there, but and it was probably through all that information
yeah.
in there, so.
So then a follow-up question, I think it would be really helpful to know what the hazards and actions were that they identified for us. And then a follow-up question that's just more procedural. I see that it's listed as being a draft. Can we approve it when it's in draft form, or does it need to be finalized before we approve it?
They're asking us to have this approved by, I think, September of this year.
I think it's July. I have to have the resolution by mid-July.
So East West
It-
Gateway wants the resolution by mid-July. So we are helping them out. And I would say yes. We can, I don't think at this point that it's going to change substantially.
And they are asking all the cities in the region to adopt the resolution, to adopt the plan. And then they're going to finalize the plan once the cities have all taken action.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions from the council? Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion. Motion to approve resolution 2025-259, a resolution of the city of Olivet adopting the 2025-2025-2030 St. Louis Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Second?
Okay, can we please poll the council?
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Prashant Hellman,
Yes.
Councilmember Solomonov,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Weil,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes.
The motion is passed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, council.
Okay, we're going on to item number 10, park door replacement.
Good evening, Mayor and council members, Parks and Recreation Director Beverly Tucker Knight. This evening, we have before you a request to approve a capital improvement project that was budgeted through the Capital Improvement Project Program. And this is to replace the park restroom doors at Villa and Irveside. These doors are metal doors and they're metal frames. They're at their end of their lifespan, and we're very much looking forward to improving the park user experience by replacing these doors. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about the doors or the process.
How much are these doors going to cost?
It's going to cost $12,000.
Thank you very much, Maxie.
I think- yeah.
Do we have any other questions from the council?
Uh,
Okay. I'd like to entertain it. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, quick question. I had read through it. I'm just kind of curious. I mean, it sounds like they decayed and become not latchable. Do we anticipate that these will last longer? Is it different material?
We think they will last longer than the current ones we have. That's a little better quality. They are exposed to heat and cold, a lot of use. They, it's
Oh, only
it's an
so-
imperfect,
okay.
yeah, imperfect setting for doors. They receive a lot of use.
And these are the external doors on each side?
Yes,
on each
it's to
bathroom,
get
right?
into the restroom at
Okay.
each side, the men's and the women's at both parks. Yes,
Got it. Gotcha.
And the new doors are steel.
they are. And these old ones are also steel, but they, they're hollow core. Over time, they have warped. The keys are very sticky. Our police officers lock and unlock them, and it is a struggle for them. You have to kind of lift the door up and get it in. It really is trouble. But having new doors that are fabricated specifically for them, we think will go a long way to improving that.
I'm just curious, are those big brown doors?
They're the brown
Those are the
doors.
same ones that I used when I was a kid.
They are. They're that old. Yeah, no, I apologize. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Sydney, I'm so sorry. I apologize. That's
No, none taken, none taken.
No, yes, they have been in use for a long time. They have definitely, we got our money's worth with these stores. Oh, my goodness. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry.
So with these new doors, do you expect them to have a long and healthy lifespan as well?
We do. They'll be stronger and, no rust. It'll be good. Yeah.
All right. I would entertain a motion.
I'll be happy to make a motion. I'd like to make a motion to authorize the purchase of replacement doors for Irveside and Villa Park restrooms and storage areas from Edelin Door and Window.
I'll second.
Okay, can we please poll the council?
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Pashon Hellman,
Yes.
Councilmember Solomonov,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Weil,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
For obvious reasons, no. I'm just kidding. Yes, it's fine.
Motion is passed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're going on to item number 11. Patrol shotgun decommission.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Major David Berry, Deputy Chief at Olivet Police Department. And I'm here tonight to request the approval from the council to decommission and destroy 7 patrol shotguns. The Olivet Police Department currently has 7 Remington Model 870 patrol shotguns in service. These shotguns are more than 15 years old and some are in need of replacement and or major repairs that definitely came up recently in malfunctions during firearms training. All Olivet patrol vehicles currently are equipped with a patrol shotgun and a patrol rifle. Many police departments in this area in St. Louis region have gone away from carrying shotguns and only carrying patrol rifles on duty. With this trend and the opinions of our police department's firearms instructors, it has been determined there is not a need to repair or replace these shotguns. And our recommended action is an approval from the council to decommission and destroy these 7 patrol shotguns. And I answer any questions you might have.
Any questions from the council?
I'm just curious why there isn't a cost with it. I mean, it makes sense.
Oh,
but-
yeah, well, there's an attachment on their gun busters. They're in the Chesterfield Valley and they just run for free because they recycle the metals.
Oh, okay. I looked at their thing.
Metals
I
and
saw the
plastic.
video. It was fascinating. Learned a
Yeah,
lot
they'll send
about
this little thing and it shows them
destructing
crunching them
yeah.
up and it's kind of cool.
But okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion. Motion to approve the decommissioning and destruction of 7 patrol shotguns.
I'd like to second that.
All right, can we please poll the council?
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Pashon Hellman,
Yes.
Councilmember Solomonov,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Weil,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes.
The motion is passed.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mayor, Council.
All right. We're going on to item number 12, increasing emergency medical services transport charges.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council, Ms. Yackley. My name's Steve Carmen, Fire Chief, City of Olivet Fire Department. In March 2023, the fire department formally requested the city council approve to increase EMS service fees to align with updated medical reimbursement standards. EMS MC manages the department's EMS billing and collections, monitoring federal, Medicare, and Medicaid fee schedule changes, and advises the department on approved adjustments. In 2024, EMS services generated $237,362 in revenue for the city, with the department averaging 54 billable calls per month. EMS fees average $441 per call and vary depending on the level of care provided, including basic life support, advanced life support, and limited services such as lift assists. EMS MC recommends annual fee updates to remain in compliance with CMS guidelines to reflect current industry standards. So if anybody has any questions.
Do we have any questions from the council? Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve, to authorize the increase in the EMS transport fees and lift assist fees that have been authorized by Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services for 2025.
Second.
Okay, can we please poll the council?
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Pashon Hellman,
Yes.
Councilmember Solomonov,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Weil,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes.
Motion is passed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to go on to item number 13, consideration of certain fire hoses as decommissioned surplus.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council, Ms. Yackley. My name's Steve Carmen, Fire Chief for the City of Olivet Fire Department. According to the National Fire Protection Association, 1962 firefighting hose must be replaced on a 10-year cycle. The fire department currently possesses several sections of fire hose that have reached the end of life or are no longer useful to the department. Some of the fire hose can be donated to the St. Louis County Fire Academy or destroyed by cutting off the couplings. So we are just requesting that we can dispose of the extra hose that we have at the fire station.
Do you have any questions from the council?
Yeah, so I had a question. I see here that some of the fire hose can be donated to other fire purposes. For the hose that cannot be donated, what typically happens? Like what happens to that?
We cut it up into sections. We either throw it away or we can donate it. A lot of times, people will use them on their docks to keep the boats from scratching up and stuff like that. We do things like that, kind of recycle it, repurpose it for some other use other than firefighting.
Part of the reason I was curious, I did a little research because I was wondering like, what purposes could the hoses serve rather than if they were to end up in the trash in the landfill?
Yes.
And I found a couple interesting things that I'd love to share with you.
Absolutely.
For ways that those are repurposed and if there's a way that we can find alternate uses for them.
Yes.
And try to avoid the materials ending up in the landfill. I just think there's some pretty cool options that are out there that I'd be happy to
Absolutely.
share with and
Sure.
help investigate as
I
well.
would be happy to hear about that. That'd be great.
Okay.
Thank
Any
you.
other questions from the council? All right, I'd be happy to entertain a motion to approve.
I'd like to make a motion to authorize the fire department to decommission fire hose as identified on attachment 1.
Second.
All right, can we please poll the council?
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Pashon Hellman,
Yes.
Councilmember Solomonov,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Weil,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes.
Motion is passed.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, item number 14, hearing from citizens. If there are any citizens out in the audience who would like to speak. Seeing none here or none online, we'll press on to item number 15, review and acceptance of minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes?
I
That
didn't
the-
see any.
Anyone? Okay, I'd like to have a motion to approve minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the council minutes from May 27th, as well as the work session minutes from May 27th and June 3rd, 2025.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, can we please poll the council?
Councilmember Lewis,
Yes.
Councilmember Pashon Hellman,
Yes.
Councilmember Solomonov,
Yes.
Chairman Pro Tem Weil,
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes.
Motion is passed.
Okay, we're going on to item number 16, city attorney's report.
No report this evening.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, we are adjourned.